Alright, to change the oil, you're going to need several things. First of all, you're going to need a catch container. And I bought this just because I was sick of using a little dish. That was never enough. This truck, particular vehicle with the oil filter, holds 6 quarts of oil. You're also going to need the appropriate amount of motor oil for your vehicle. You can look that up in your owner's manual. For a vehicle with high mileage, I recommend the synthetic blend. And finally, you're also going to want to replace your oil filter, because those are only good. They should be replaced every oil change, every 3,000 miles. I know modern cars today say to do it every 8 to 10,000 miles, or do it when the computer tells you to. I don't agree with that. However, that is strictly my opinion. This truck has been every 3,000 miles. So you need your catch container, your oil, and your filter, and a couple tools, a couple sockets, and you should be good to go. Also, you're going to want to do this, you either need to have access to a hoist or these car ramps. Be very careful. I'm not responsible for any damages should you pursue this activity. Once you have your car up here, I like to shake it, make sure everything is okay. I don't need any accidents. Be very careful when you're working with cars in the air. I accidentally broke my hood release here a couple months ago, several months back. So, what I got now is, here's the cable, and here is a pair of pliers. So to open the hood, I don't know if I can do this one-handed. Just a minute here. There it goes. That's how I open the hood. Oh, I hate being vertically challenged. Okay, you're going to want to take your new oil filter, your catch container, your socket set, some paper towels or a rag, and I have a pair of channel locks. But you're going to want a oil filter wrench to get the old one off. I really don't care about the old one. So I'm just going to, get it off. But what you got to do is now crawl under your vehicle and try to locate the engine drain pan. So we're going to do that right now. Okay. So right there is the engine oil drain plug, and right here is your oil filter. So we are going to remove this first, and making sure that it's positioned over our catch container, we're going to drain the oil. For this particular vehicle, it is a 15mm socket. This is a 2000 GMC Sierra, so it's got the 5.3. It's either 15mm or 9/16 or whatever wrench, but the 15mm fits a little bit better, so that's what we're going to go with. So we're going to drain the oil now and let her drain out. You see what I mean? You gotta make sure that she's tight. Alright, now that that's kind of slowed down to a crawl, let's get this Oil filter off. Like I said, this is where you would use the oil filter wrench. But these aren't usually super tight to begin with. Ouch. There it goes. See what I mean by it's got some oil on her still? And we'll just let that drain for a little bit. At some point when this slows up a little bit, we're just going to have to brave it. Just do it. Let her drain a little faster. See, all the oil in the engine we want out as much as possible. Uh-oh. Ugh. That's why I want to have a good supply of these shop towels on hand, friends. These will scare the heck out of you, so just take your time. Not scare you, but I mean, it'll come loose. Like that. So you want to make sure that this whole surface is clean, free of the old gasket that's on this. See, these oil filters, they have a new gasket on them right here. You just want to make sure all that's off. All the old is off. Now that this is pretty much slowed to a crawl, we're going to start putting things back together. We'll start with our oil plug, drain plug. For information, this is a little magnet here. It's designed to collect all the metal from the wear and tear of your engine. I'm going to thread that all the way back in. And take your ratchet wrench and just, make sure she's firm. Doesn't have to be vehicle cranked tight. It's not like you don't need it at 24,000 foot-pounds. And now, I take our oil filter here, and you should use the fresh oil, but you need some kind of oil. I used a little bit of the old, and lubricate the seal, the new seal that's going in there. So just get a nice coating of oil on there. Okay. And what you want to do to put this on, you're not going to use the wrench to put it back on. It's going to hand tight. I probably did a little bit extra just because I want to make sure there's a great seal there, because I don't think this one had a good seal. So with all this extra oil, which would also indicate low oil pressure. Okay, we are now down under here. Gather up your tools and your catch can, and we go to the top of the motor now. See you on the other side. Okay, here we are at the top of the engine. What you're going to want to do is you want to locate the oil fill hole, spout, container, whatever you want to call it, and remove the cap. Get a funnel. This is a pretty narrow one. I don't like it, but it works. And try to make sure that it's cleaned out. Now you take your big container. Oh, fuck. keep in mind that there's no oil in your engine right now, so don't even think about turning that key on. You take your big oil jug, or if you bought 5 or 6 or 4 individual quarts, you take a quart and you slowly pour, trying not to spill or make a mess. This can be tedious, friends, so take your time, be careful. You don't want to pour it in faster than the engine can accept it. Whoops. There it is. You've kind of reached the bottom of the oil container here. Ouch. And let her drain for a little.